All right, I'll catch Dante and Rob up on what's going on.
Oh, wait, no, we can wait a day. Let's not interrupt their Poconos getaway. Especially since Dante might pop the question. I was a little scandalized because I didn't know that Robin and Dante were gonna get like that. They got like that. People have been waiting for 5 years, and I was like, oh, it's happening. So that, yeah, and there's action. Right. And there was stuff with my character too, but that was what stuck out the most. I wanted to portray a strong person boldly asking for help. Being reticent about it, which is so true. Having shame about not being perfect, which is so true. So that, the PTS storyline was a really meaningful and probably one of my favorite storylines that Mel has had.
Yeah, and I really like the stuff we got with her and Delilah because, I mean, that friendship is so good.
It's a nice, it's like it's a hybrid of big sister, little sister, or like fun aunt and niece. And it's, I liked that I helped her, and then, you know, she comes of age and then she helps me. She's experienced with therapy and trauma, post-traumatic stress. So yeah, it was nice to see that come full circle. I think she's doing great. I think we've established through season 5 and a little through season 4 that recovery is not linear, mental health is not linear, that life is life. And so I feel like at the end of season 5, she's all is well, and that she, in the sense that all is well, that even when it's not gonna be well anymore, if, not, when, not if, that she'll be fine. She's learned to roll with it, and that's a credit to the writers. I wasn't worried about the storyline, but that episode where I smacked him, I didn't know what the heck was going on. Because even as you know, when you see the episode, you don't know, but as a reader, you're like, wait, things are not going well. So that was the most shocking.
Oh yeah, I agree, because it was like the way the episode was building too. It's like it could have actually been about them.
Yeah, and we played it like it was about. That was the intention. Yeah, we got really mean to each other. It was intense, but I liked the way, ironically, that was one of the more poignant moments for that couple, because you got to see him really stand by her.
Yeah, because that moment in the car after was so good.
Yeah, it was well written. Isn't it a funny reversal? She started saying, I'm out, I quit, and then at the end, he wants out and he quits, and I think they're gonna meet each other halfway at some point. Like you said, at the finale, they decide to keep going, but yeah, I thought it was an interesting reversal. I think she's ready to keep going. Once she said, I'm back in, I think she meant she's back in. But now this dude wants to stop. Am I right? No, I'm kidding. I think it would be interesting for the writers to explore next season Harry stopping and Mel saying she doesn't want to stop, and have that reversal of season 5, and then eventually get to a point where they both decide together. Because for him, it's really her safety, or their safety, that freaks him out. Which after 5 years, you think he'd be used. Anyway, that's our marriage. So yeah, we'll see what happens. It'd be nice to see if he stopped and what that would do to their couplehood. I think so. Mel, the character, does not want the dog. Lisa, the actor, is like, I can't wait. A cat. There was discussion of a cat season 4, and I was like, please. I think animals are a gift from God. I think they lower everybody's cortisol levels. I think everybody's nicer. I think everybody has more energy. So yeah, but nobody's on board. either just a rescue mutt or an Australian Shepherd because they're very, 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 very smart. Yeah, so we'll see.
I would kind of like to see Mel and a dog teamed up in the field, to be honest.
I could see that. I also feel, I mean, there was much discussion of Mel's fashion first season. Paolo, the costume designer, does like an amazing, he's so detail-oriented with her. I kind of see it as like a fashion moment, walking the dog. I don't know. I have like an 80s music video in my mind. You know, a couple seasons ago, we toyed with a beautiful house upstate, and we as a couple we kind of poo-pooed on it, which I don't understand. I think upstate is great. So maybe it's, my gosh, if they don't want to live in beautiful upstate, maybe they want to live in Paris. Maybe they want to live, like, yeah, maybe they want to go to Portugal. Maybe they want to go to Singapore. I don't know. Or California. Or maybe they go fight crime in California. I don't know. I'm pitching a show. I'm doing an interview and actively pitching a show to the network when we speak. I called it. Did you see Doubting Thomas be like, no, just because? I'm like, no. If a man books a vacation, doesn't tell you, he's proposing. He's proposing. Plus, you've been dancing around for 5 years. I mean, he should have proposed 2 weeks ago, but. Yeah, it was chaos. It was chaos. The assistant director, the director, everyone they were just having migraines because all we want to do when we get together is talk and hang out and laugh and not focus. It was like a kindergarten first day of school to them. To us, it was like a cocktail party. It was great. And it's always like that because we did a Thanksgiving scene and that was also chaos. Basically, if we're in the same, because we're so segmented, right, our storylines, that when we finally, when I finally see the people I barely see, it's like, hey! And, acting's like, pfft. Then we eat the food, the actual delicious food. It's just a mess. They should keep us apart. I just put up on my Instagram like fight rehearsal. Like, those are really fun for me because I guess I miss dancing is what I'm saying. I miss choreography. I miss rehearsal. So that was fun. And then I really liked the Harry Mel faux fight that we talked about. That was one of my favorite episodes to do because I got to play a different character. I got to play a character that was playing a character. I got to play Mel pretending to be someone she's not. I got to, act uber wealthy and try to seduce this con man. It was a nice departure. Got to hit my husband. Cut that out. Edit that out.
And I feel like also Mel kind of needed that in that moment to just step outside of herself.
What do you mean?
Like playing another character in that scene.
Yeah.
She kind of needed to step away because of what she was going through. She could just throw herself into like being this like billionaire type woman.
Oh, that's a nice perspective. Yeah. I would like to think that she was that smart. Oh, and that also made me think, I like the therapy scenes quite a bit. I like showing that side of her, and I like showing the reticence to be vulnerable, because I think that's so real. I mean, my very first one was season 2, and just because it was my first one, probably, and I was foaming at the mouth. I was like, let me in, let's do it, because up until then, I had been a sniper and not really had hand-to-hand, so that was cool. And then I keep going to smacking my husband. I don't know, it was fun. It was fun. Yay.
It's so different for those two characters, that's why.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe this is going to be edited to be like, Lisa hates being married. I love it.
No, people love the relationship and they understand, because also I think that was because of watching the way that episode progressed. That's what That's what it is.
You needed that to get to the end and and see the love and support that they have for each other. I want to meet more of her family. That's always been my project. You know, the minute her last name was changed to a Filipino last name, you know, I pitched to the showrunners when I asked for the name change. Like, this show is doing so much. We're talking about social injustice, like, casually. We're making it fun. We're making it entertaining. We made this like British. I think the main character in the 80s was a white man from England. I think he was MI6. He was a spy. And then, you know, of course, Denzel Washington did the movies, so he was an African-American man. But we're having this gorgeous, strong black woman lead. Playing this iconic role. We're showing 3 generations of an African-American family. We're touching all these social issues. Why don't we add putting the first Filipino-American family on primetime TV to the mix? Let's just fill up our Wikipedia page of all the cool stuff we're doing. So they let me run with it. They wrote to it. You met my brothers, my sister. Last season, we met my parents. Let's get some grandparents in there. Let's get some nieces and nephews running around. Like, let's just show America that there's many ways to be a Filipino-American.
And I would love like a big family reunion.
Oh my gosh, chaos. And to see Mel just be out of her depth and have no control. Like someone who literally used to shoot people for the government. Just being like, I don't know.
And you know,
these people are loud.
And you know someone would come up where she'd have to like hide what she was doing. Something would be going on next door.
Oh yeah.
Like that.
Oh, that'd be great. Oh, now we're pitching episodes. Yeah, no, that would be great. That's right. Because only her brothers and her sister knows. Her parents don't know.
But knowing is different than having it like come to a family reunion too.
That's right, and be like, I gotta step away from the barbecue. There's a crime happening.
Leave Harry with the family.
At Citibank, I gotta go. What an honor to play Queen Latifah's best friend and right-hand person. I love it too. I also think it's reflective of a lot of friendships, but I don't think just the optics of it. I don't think I've seen that on TV. You know, I'm born and raised in New York. You know the deal. It ain't no thing. Ain't no thing to see cross-cultural friendships, right? It's not even, you don't even talk about it. But just realistically, the world doesn't see that a lot in media. So I think it's cool to portray that and not make a thing out of it. It's just what it is. Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, everybody comes up and says, well, they say lots of things, so I shouldn't say it that way. But a lot of people like the marriage. It's aspirational in the way that justice being served is aspirational. And yeah, people, Adam and I think we're in a sitcom. We live to make the crew laugh. Yeah, we live to make. We're just. I think we're both repressed comedians. So we go to set and we're doing this intense show, but we always try to find the humor and really we want to make the crew laugh. And so I think that would be cool to just have the two of us. Gosh, you know, if we were really gonna be crazy, just have us pivot to like a single camera sitcom. And just like modern family style, like, so today, you know, I fought some crime. Harry didn't do the dishes again. You know, I think that would be super funny. This guy, you know what I mean?